defense stays the same. Again, the Eagles find themselves in a 2-0 hole, down one game, 1-0. So this is a must-win for Eagle Pass. And it looks like we're ready to play ball after a 40-minute delay or so. But the skies cleared up, everything went around us, no rain, little lightning, but we're good to go. We're ready to play ball. What do you think, Muggs?
We got to get it going here. We got to keep them at 2. And they got the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up with Luke Bimslager, Tristan Esquivel, and Jordan Walowski. Luke Bimslager leading off.
So here we go, top of the 3rd inning. New pitcher for Eagle Pass.
Baseball leading off the top of the 3rd inning for the Buffaloes with the second baseman, number 1, Luke Bimslager.
Bimslager steps in to face Achilles Garcia, the left-hand pitcher for Eagle Pass. And where he digs in, pitcher comes set, and here's the first pitch after the delay. High, ball 1-0 the count. Again, if you can't watch us on YouTube, iVision, Eagle Pass ISD, you can tune into the KINL 92.7 and listen to it there. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball. Ranging over to his right. The shortstop on time. Nice play there by the shortstop for Eagle Pass. Aranda with a nice play.
You never know after a delay like that. You could be a little bit cold, but shortstop came in, made a great play on the play, and a good stretch over there by the first baseman. 1 down.
Shortstop number 4, Tristan Esquivel.
And that'll bring up the shortstop for the Buffaloes, Esquivel, with 1 away here in the top of the 3rd. Eagle Pass trying to hold him to a 2-run lead and hopefully get those bats going. There's a pitch. Nice pitch, fielded by Reese at 3rd on the 1st. Nice play at 1st by Salinas, and that's a 2nd out. So 3 pitches, 2 outs.
Exactly what the doctor ordered right there. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Here we go.
And here comes the big boy.
Here's the big boy moving back, boys. Outfielders look like they're moving back.
Jordan Walowski.
Walowski steps in again. He's had a wonderful series at the plate.
Pitcher, and here he is, number 4 hitter. He pitches, and he's the number 4 hole.
Reminds me kind of Roy Salinas.
Hey, big Roy.
Shout out to Roy.
Shout out to Roy.
That's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Speaking of shout outs, I also like to give a shout out to my brother Mark and the 88 state team. My Mark, David Chisholm coaching over there on the side.
Garcia steps off the mound. Now he's ready, comes set. Ooh, just outside, nice pitch.
Very nice pitch there.
Ball 1-1 the count.
Maybe the umpire's still a little cold. That was a nice spot right there.
Here's a 1-1 pitch from Achilles. Fouled off the catcher's chest pad there. Count goes to 1-2. So if they can keep this young man on base, it's a win for Eagle Pass. Because he's big, but he's also very quick. We've seen that earlier with him running the base pads. Question is will he come back in and pitch for the Buffaloes?
Good question there, Bob. We'll see what happens here at the bottom of the inning. We got to get out of this.
And it's going to be fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2.
It'd be good to have a 1-2-3 inning.
Okay, he's ready now. Back on the rubber. Comes set. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Go down to first just in case. He's out there too. So that's the 3rd out of the inning.
We're 2-3 inning, Bob. Just what the doctor ordered. We were just talking about that. Now let's put him back out on the field. We got the bottom of the 3rd coming up with the Eagles coming up to bat. We got the 9, 1, and 2 coming up. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. bottom of the third. Coming up to bat for the Eagles, number 3, Ethan Rodriguez leading off. Bobby, it's all yours.
So it looks like the Buffaloes are going to remain with their starting pitcher even after the 40-minute delay. That tells me one of two things. They don't trust their bullpen, or this is the only pitcher they really have left.
He's got about, 40 pitches under his belt and then the delay, so it could affect him. Hopefully the Eagles can take advantage of this. The Eagles came in with a new pitcher and got 1, 2, 3 right away, so hopefully the Eagles can come back and get some runners going and be aggressive in the bases, but at the same time, you don't want to run yourselves out of any innings. Number 3, Ethan Rodriguez leading off. Bob?
Will be second baseman number 3, Ethan Rodriguez.
So Ethan steps in now, trying to get a leadoff runner on base. Here's the first pitch to him. And he comes in throwing strikes, 0-1 the count.
Same spot outside. He's still sticking to that outside corner.
0-1 the count to Ethan. Here's a 0-1 pitch. Short hop that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, we're in the bottom of the third. Eagles trailing 2-0 in a must-win game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-1 the count.
The Eagles are still looking for their first hit of the game. We've had some base runners on walks, but we're still waiting for that first crack of the bat.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's 3-1. Yeah, I think it was the same last night. It took them to the third inning to get their first hit of the game. They had base runners, but it was by walk, and right now it's the same situation.
It's the bottom of the third, still looking for that first hit.
And that's going to be a 3-1 swing. Slow roller to second on the first in time, and that's going to be the first out.
4-3, 1 out.
Rodriguez grounds out on the second base to Benzlager.
DJ Arando, the 9th hitter, coming up. Again, Eagles need some base runners now. We need one to get the tying run up to the plate.
DJ Aranda.
So Aranda stands in.
It seems like our guys have already batted, but this is his first at bat.
In there for a strike.
BJ.
The very talented shortstop for Eagle Pass. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's a hard hit ball. Second baseman fields it on the first in time. Nice play by the Buffalo second baseman. Ranged far to his right. Able to field it, turn, go to first just in time to get the out. And that's 2 outs.
It looked like that could have been our first one, but like you say, Bob, that second baseman had good range.
Yeah, he covered some ground.
Yes, he sure did. Top of the order here, Adrian Rodriguez.
Call time.
Umpire called time. He's telling somebody to be quiet in the Buffalo's dugout. Now he's telling the Eagles dugout to be quiet. So I guess he warned both dugouts.
Things getting a little bit testy now.
Yeah, I think the
Playoff baseball, gotta love it.
playoffs, right? Playoff baseball. Yeah, the umpire looked like he gave a warning to both teams. Cut out the smack. Here we go.
Here's the first pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count.
Top of the order here, 2-out rally. We need a big 2-out rally here.
Outside, ball 2, 2-0 the count. So the pitcher, he like we said, he went through a 40-minute delay, and he's come in where he left off.
Yeah, he sure has.
He doesn't look tired or anything. Gotten the first 2 batters.
Stepped off there. He didn't like something. Didn't like what he was going to throw, so he stepped off, shook him off. Batter calls time. Regroup. 2-0. Here's the pitch you want, right down the middle. We need that first hit.
Misses low. He went down the middle, but he missed low.
Didn't call it.
3-0 the count.
Top top of the order here. We need a base runner. Might be taking on this one.
We have Caleb Salinas, the first baseman on deck. That's called strike on the outside part of the plate.
He's giving him that little outside corner.
3-1 now. Coach Mendoza shouting some instructions to his hitter. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. That'll run the count full. 3-2. Like we said, we're already in the bottom of the third, so time's getting short for Eagle Pass. They need to get something going here pretty quick.
And remember, after the fifth, this is a complete game, and you never know what Mother Nature's going to do. So this is urgent time for the Eagles. We need a base runner here to get that time run up to the plate. Again, we're in the bottom of the third. Buffalo's leading 2-0. 2 outs. Adrian Rodriguez, leadoff hitter for the Eagles.
Here's
the DH.
Payoff pitch.
He's battling, Bob.
Yeah, he is. Staying alive.
And that's what we need. We need to make this guy throw more pitches. Like you said, maybe the bullpen's not as great as they think it is. So they're sticking with this kid. This big kid, lefty.
And now we're ready. 3-2 the count. And there's a shot in the center field. Center fielder doesn't even barely move and makes the play for the third out.
Well, we had a 1-2-3 inning for the Eagles. No runners, left on base, no hits. Score at the end of the third. Again, it's Buffaloes from San Antonio 2 and our Eagles 0. We're coming into the top of the fourth. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
No runs on, no hits, there were no errors, and no runners left on. Due up for the Buffaloes will be Manny Rivas. He'll be followed by Jacob Panyagua and Javier Terry.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Leopoldo Polo Moncada Baseball Stadium with Bobby and Cesar and your special guest announcer, Javier Moncada. We're in the top of the fourth, leading off for the Buffaloes, Manny Rivas. On deck, Jacob Panyao, and in the hole, Javier Terry. Bob, here we go. We got a hold of him.
Here's Achilles with his first pitch, and that's a ball hit to center field. Mikey goes back 3 or 4 steps and makes the catch for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Update from Jordanton. Lady Eagles up 7-2 in the top of the 6th inning.
Number 1.
And
Lady Eagles taking care of business in game 1.
That'll bring to the plate third baseman, number 15, Jacob Panyagua.
And Panyagua comes up to bat. I'm pretty sure he wasn't in the lineup last night. Demazi calls time to go talk to his pitcher. Now he's ready.
Jacob's 0 for 1 tonight with a fly to center and a first at bat.
Wind still blowing straight in. So anything in the air is pretty much going to die down. Here's the first pitch to Panyagua. And that's a hard hit ball, and that's going to go in the left field for a single, 1-out single. Jumped on the first pitch and took it into left field.
Sure did. That was a good piece of hitting there by Paniagua.
Single in the left field.
Let's see how aggressive the Buffaloes are on the bases now.
Now batting for the Buffaloes will be catcher number 13, Javier Terry.
And that'll bring up Terry, the Buffalo catcher, with a man on first, one away.
In his first bat, he was hit by pitch. Let's get a little ground ball to short here for a double play.
Achilles comes set. Here's the pitch. And that's a pop up into left field. Left fielder sits under it, and he makes the catch. And that'll be the second out.
Terry flies out to left fielder. Pepe
2 down now. Drew White coming up, number 8 hitter in the lineup.
So Pepe doing it in the field as well as the mound.
Fielder number 8, Drew White.
Got to get out of this inning with no more damage.
And that'll bring up Drew White. Again, Pepe Hernandez playing left field tonight. He pitched last night very well, but came up short. That's ball 1-1 in the count.
You know, the runners for the Buffaloes get good secondary leads out there.
And I'm sure Achilles is taking note of that. So I'm pretty sure he'll flip it over there.
That'd be nice. We get him out of the inning.
And another hit batter. Those things will kill you.
Yes, it will. There's no defense for that. 2 men on now.
So now you have a runner in scoring position for the Buffaloes with 2 outs.
Number 9 hitter coming up, Zach Cardenas.
Wide number first after being hit by the pitch. Brings to the plate.
Quick update from San Antonio. The CC Mavericks going to the 6th inning, still up 4-1 in their game. Here's the pitch. Nice curveball by Achilles. 0-1 to count.
Good pitch there, Bob.
Hit her way out in front of that.
Cardenas 0-for-1 tonight with a fly to the shortstop earlier.
Checks his runner a second. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be another fly ball to center. Keep it all ranges to his left, 2 or 3 steps, and makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out.
Okay, we go to the bottom of the 4th, the top of the 4th there now. The Buffaloes have 1 runner on base. They had 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. Again, the score is 2-0 with the Buffaloes leading. The Eagles coming up to bat in the bottom of the 4th with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. We'll go to a break. Please come back.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Eagles will be right fielder number 18, Alex Mayen.
Okay, everybody, we're back here at the Polo Polo Mucaa Baseball Stadium. We're in the bottom of the 4th with Alex Mayen leading off for the Eagles.
Swings at the first pitch, fouls it back, and it's caught in foul territory for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
That's a tough one there because we were just talking about this kid for the this young man for the Buffaloes is pitching a no-hitter right now against the Eagles. We need to break the ice and jinx it right now. Pepe Hernandez coming up.
And usually when you get that first hit, the rest come in. I mean, they just come one after another. We just got to get that first hit.
Got to break the ice here. It's getting late.
Here's Pepe at the plate.
Pepe had a base on balls earlier, so he's been on base.
First pitch, ball high, 1-0 the count.
Part of the order, 2, 3, and 4.
Outside, ball 2. And looks like we're gonna have a pinch hitter on deck, number 25 for the Eagles. Here's the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, 2-1 the count.
Again, we got the heart of the order here. We got to get something going. Got to break the ice here.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. And there it is. First base hit for Eagle Pass. It's going to go into center field. And that'll be a 1-out single.
You were right, Bobby. It worked. Broke the jinx.
Told you.
Awesome, Bob. Now we're bringing up Alex Reese.
Single up the middle.
Again, he reminds me of.
Looks like we have a pinch hitter, number 25.
You're right. Pinch hitter coming up. My bad.
He looks like Coach Reese in his later days.
Isaac Guerrero,
Yes, sir.
number 25, pinch hitting for the Eagles for Alex Reese. Again, the Eagles got the runner on first base hit of the game. Again, we're in the bottom of the fourth with the Buffaloes.
Eagles with the runner on first base, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Throw over to first. Runner back safely. And we got another update from Jordan. The Lady Eagles have gotten up 8-2. So I don't want to say anything on that.
We got to feed off of that, Bobby, right now. The Eagles got to feed off of the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say, like you mentioned the no-hitter, I'm not going to mention anything.
You got it. We need a big rally here. We need rally time. Let me turn my head around here.
The Lady Eagles up 8-2 now in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1-0 the count.
Again, the Eagles need to be safe on the bases, not do anything careless like early in the game. That's a big run over there at first, tying run at the plate.
1-0 count. And we have Mikey Quiroz on deck. Pick off play at first, nothing going. Runner back safely.
Again, here we're in the bottom of the fourth. Wind still blowing in from center.
That's ball 2 high and outside. And again, every time this young man, it seems like he throws his fastball, he's overthrowing it, and he's really not doing much with his fastball. It's his off-speed pitches that are getting the Eagles.
His pitch count should be getting up there now. He's been on a lot of pitches.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Again, a pickoff move to first. Not in time. Runner back. I'm hoping the Eagles learned their lesson from last night.
That little move, and Coach Mendoza would letting the umpire know his foot's got to cross the rubber so he can throw to first. He's got a little sneaky move.
It's close to being a ball.
It is.
It really is, but the umpire's not calling it.
He has not called it at all.
Outside, 3-0 the count.
I think you got to take 2 here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Coming cold
Or
off
at least 1.
Yeah, coming cold off the bench. First action you're seeing.
He's doing good. He's got a good eye for coming off the bench. That's why you got to be ready at any time. Coach can give you a call at any time.
Here's a 3-0 pitch, and that's ball 4.
Here's the rally we've been waiting for. Based on balls, we got 2 men on now with Mikey Quiroz coming up.
And Mikey's way overdue for a hit. We know, we've seen his power, we've seen his speed, we know he's a contact hitter, but he struggled these last 2 games.
Number 20, Alex Reese.
We got a meeting at the mound. Guys from the Buffaloes are meeting up with the pitcher. Coach Mendoza gave him some strategy to Mikey.
Another update.
That should be the bug in.
The Lady Eagles are doing a great job up there. So now we're trying to feed off of all that good karma up there. bring it down here for the Eagles here at Moncada Stadium.
Yeah, the sensational senior Michelle Tovadova going crazy right now. She got a 2-run RBI double. It's 10-2 now, Lady Eagles, in the 6th inning. And here we go with Mikey. Like I said, Mikey's way overdue for a hit. We know what he can do. It's just time for him to do it. That's ball one. I wouldn't swing at a pitch for a while because he's thrown 6 balls in a row.
He has not thrown a strike. And again, the Eagles got to make him come on through the middle. If you stay away from that outside pitch and make him come through right down the middle, and you can rip this guy.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. But Mikey, like I said, he's the one player I'm sure he sure has a green light. And there's the first strike in about 7 pitches. If I was Mikey, I'd be looking for my perfect pitch to swing at. I wouldn't just swing at anything right now.
We got 1 out, 2 men on base for the Eagles. Mikey Quiroz at the plate. 1-1.
Here's the 1-1 pitch now.
Called time. Mike called time and stepped out. No pitch.
Count remains 1-1. And we want to thank everybody, Muggs, that's watching us. We're over 2,000 views right now.
Awesome. Let's keep more views. Let's get up to 3,000.
Got to get a win here.
Hey, we got to get the W. Again, we're trying to feed off that good karma. The ball gets away. Tying runs at second base now.
2-1, and again, he came with his fastball, and like we said all night, he's overthrowing it.
Yeah, he has. You've been on spot with that, Bobby, all night. Okay, another meeting of the minds at the mound, but the coach has not come out yet.
I think he's...
Umpire needs to go out and get this game going.
Maybe they're got something going in the
There's
bullpen.
nothing in the bullpen
I can't
right
see
now,
from here.
so I was thinking maybe that's the thing, but Bob, I can see the bullpen. It's empty. Come on, Blue. Take a walk out there. Let's get it going. Right?
Yeah,
They're just stalling.
They only have a certain amount of time to meet, right?
And where's that clock like in the MLB, right? We need a clock.
20 second, 30 seconds.
It's coming, right? Eventually.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, it's coming. UIL will still put that in eventually.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Back in. Bob.
2-1 count to Quiroz. Tying run on second base. Here's the pitch. Quiroz scores the bunt and pops the bunt up. And he's lucky that wasn't caught. Count goes to 2-2 now.
Cool. We got a 2-2 count with 1 out. We got tying run on second. Batter turned around to squeeze, but the ball went. It was a foul ball.
And it would have been close at the plate because the Buffalo defense, they're playing in. So a bunt down, it would have been close to get that runner home. So Coach Mendoza's playing for 1 run at a time here, but I'm sure Mikey's going to, well, I'm not going to say for sure because Coach Mendoza will call a bunt with 2 strikes. Mikey calls time. It's awarded by the umpire.
2-2 here with 1 out. Infield's playing in. Any good hard ground ball will get through and it'll tie the game.
Yeah, because you got nothing but speed on the bases right now.
And the infield is playing in. The outfielders are playing in.
And he swings and he misses and he goes down swinging.
That was a tough one there, boys. K swinging there for Mikey. Now coming up, Caleb Salinas, the number 6 hitter. 0 for 1 tonight. We need Salinas. Looks like we're getting a pinch hitter.
Yeah, we're bringing up the meat now.
The pinch hitter coming in for Caleb Salinas.
23.
Number 23, Anthony Garcia.
Will be number 23, Anthony Garcia.
Anthony Garcia pinch hitting now here with 2 men on. Tying run on second. Coach Mendoza pulling some strings, trying to get the runners moving and get them in.
They got to get something to leave 2 runners on in the bottom of the 4th. They don't have to be more at bats. They have 7 outs to play with. So right here, they're going to have to come through. And there's a hard hit, Bob, at the center field.
It got a drop. It dropped it. The ball dropped. The guys go to score. We got 2 guys. Tie game, 2-2. Center fielder slipped on the EP out there. The EP came through for us, and he slipped and fell, and he dove, and it's 2-2. Eagles tie the game.
Yeah, and
Bobby, you just called it.
Yeah, but like my compadre says playing on turf is completely different from
It's
playing on
completely
grass.
different. He slipped on the pee out there and tried to dive for it. Ball got through. Sessa kept rounding him and Camden sending him. And the game is now 2-2. We got a new ball game, boys, ladies and gentlemen.
Or boys and girls.
Becky, because it's the same game.
We got a shout out here from Cesar to Becky. Make sure you go to the Arts and Crafts store. It'll be open. It looks like the bullpen is still empty over there. I think you're right, Bob. They might not be so confident in their bullpen.
Exactly, because
You think by now they'd have somebody up,
even the pitcher, he's looking over to the bullpen.
right? He's like, what's going
He's
on?
like, oh, where's some help? But there's nothing going on.
Okay, we got looks number 22 is coming up the bat. We got another pinch hitter coming up. David Hernandez pinch hitting for Christian Demasi.
And if I'm not mistaken, he went 2 for 2 yesterday as a pinch hitter. So, and then that's what I told you before. To be facing Coach Mendoza because he thinks outside the box. He doesn't do conventional things when you're expecting it, and somehow he's able to pull it off.
We also got a courtesy runner coming in, number 9. Yuciel Mauricio, pinch courtesy runner for number 20. No, pinch running for number 22. Pinch running for number 22, David Hernandez. Number 9,
So all kind of pandemonium.
Yes, sir. All kinds of moves. Now you got the coaches out there meeting with the umpires. It's like another lightning today without the lightning.
The Eagles dugout came to life. High fives everywhere.
Everybody's out here in the dugout. The Buffaloes are meeting at the mound. All the coaches are talking in front of home plate. Something's going on. Here we go. Looks like they're satisfied with all the discussions. Again, we got a pinch runner, number 9. Pinch running, Uciel Mauricio. And we got a pinch hitter, number 22.
David
Hernandez for Christian Demasi. Everything with 2 outs, and Bobby said jinx the no-hitter, and we jinxed it. And all of a sudden the pitcher keeps looking at the bullpen over there for the Bulldogs, but there ain't nobody in the bullpen.
There's no one to help.
Leave him out there, coach, you know.
I think the coach said, hey, it's your game.
Right, it looks like it. But anyway, anything, we got number 22 coming up. We got a new ball game here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's now 2-2. We are in the bottom of the 4th, 2 outs with a runner at first for the Eagles. And this is playoff baseball.
Eagles trying to keep this series alive.
Home crowd is into it.
Yeah, they are. A must-win situation. Maybe there was something wrong with the pitcher because they're on him some warm-up pitchers right now.
There might have been an injury, yeah, because he is warming up. He's throwing some extra balls.
It looks like he's having trouble with the artificial turf.
Maybe that's what the coach was out there filing a protest or something.
Well, like I said, Eagle Pass, we've been to all kinds of stadiums around Texas, and by far this field is second to none.
Oh, this is a beautiful facility.
Ball run on account. From the field to the stands, everything is just... And for also allowing us to partner with iVision to bring you the game. That's in there for a strike.
iVision.
For 1-1 to count. Again, if you can't listen to us on 92.7 KINL the radio, turn over to YouTube, type in PASD iVision, and the game will pop up there. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching. Over 2,000 views right now. Here's the pitch. And that was on his fist. That looked like it would have hit him.
Yeah, that hurt.
I think he swung in defense.
Yeah, that hurt.
Self-defense.
He's grabbing his hands. It's right on the hands there. David Hernandez with a 1-2 count here, 2 outs, runner on first in the bottom of the fourth, and a 2-2 tie.
Here we go. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Hernandez calls time, so there's also an issue between the pitcher and catcher. It seems like they can't get on the same page. Here's the pitch. Takes a long time. Now he comes set. And that's high, ball 2. 2-2 the count.
David Hernandez still at the plate here with a 2-2 count and 2 outs. Looks like Deuce is Wild out there again.
Pitcher comes set. Checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a slow chopper to first, fielded by Hart, race to first, and it's won by the Buffalo first baseman. That's a third out of a very excited meeting.
Scored 2 runs. We had 1 runner left on base. We had 2 hits, and at the end of the 4th inning, it is now Eagles 2 and Buffaloes 2. Top of the 5th coming up. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
For the Buffaloes will be top of the order first baseman number 2, R.J. Grant.
The leadoff hitter Grant, the first baseman. Here's the first pitch to him. High, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Looks like we might have some action in the Eagle bullpen.
Still no action in the Buffaloes bullpen, Bob.
That's high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Right now, you got those strikes and let them hit. Where they can hit it.
We got to get through this inning here. This is the top of the order for you. You got the big boys coming up for the Buffaloes.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up. Demazi gives chase. Out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Kitty's now facing a 2-1 count to Grant. The impressive first baseman for the Buffaloes. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Nice pitch. Bobbled by Reese. Not in time, and then the ball gets away from the first baseman.
We got that. I think we're going to score that one in air.
Yeah. He had it, but then he bobbled it, and that allowed Grant to reach base safety.
Looking at Grant at first, I think he's going to try to steal.
Yeah, I would say so. Or they're going to bunt him.
Or the bunt is on here. That was a tough play there at third.
Yes, it was.
But it should have been a play that should have been made, but
it was a hot shot.
It was a hot corner.
Hard.
now Luke Benslinger coming up to bat.
And we have some more drama or something.
Umpire's back over there at the Buffalo dugout. He's back in the Buffalo dugout.
And here comes the second umpire, third umpire. So there's got to be something going on. I can't see.
The home plate umpire's talking to all the umpires are heading over to the Buffalo dugout. Now we got all the umpires over at the dugout.
And the head coach is walking over from third base towards his own dugout.
I think they threw somebody out of the game, number 15 for the Buffaloes. He looks like he's walking out, and a police officer's out there escorting him out of the dugout.
And the umpire's writing down in his book, so somebody got tossed.
Yeah, he got number 15. Looks like he got tossed. And the umpire early in the game had given warnings to both dugouts to cut out all the language, but apparently somebody said something he didn't like. So now the coach is following the umpire over there. But yeah, it looks like one of the number 15 was escorted out by the
15 was Panyao, wasn't he?
I'm not sure here. I'll check right now.
He didn't play in the game yesterday. He started today. So let's see if that affects the. They still have time. So
15 is Jacob Panyao. You're right, Bob. And he's their third baseman. Looks like he was tossed. So we'll check on that here in a minute when they go back on defense.
So now we're ready to go. Achilles steps off. He's not ready.
A lot of drama getting in this game now. This is why it's called the playoffs. You need to keep an eye on that the young man at first, R.J. Grant. Looks like he's got quite a bit of speed.
So here's the pitch from Achilles.
See if he squares around the bunt here.
I'm pretty sure he will.
Third baseman's creeping in.
And he missed it. Yeah, if he puts it down, you can guarantee that Grant's going to get to second base.
Let's see if the Eagles put a play on defense. They have third baseman's creeping in for the Eagles. First baseman staying home with Grant. Shortstop's about halfway, and the second baseman's behind the bag. So they got some sort of play on.
But you want to take the for sure out no matter what. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Throw over to first, runner back. Unless the ball is bunted hardly back to the pitcher and he can turn and throw to second, then you might think about getting the lead runner, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to throw to first and get the for sure out.
Achilles got a good move over there at first, being a lefty.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Squares the bunt again. Puts it down. It's going to be trouble, and the Eagles can field it in between Achilles and Damazi. And that hurts. Now you have runners on first and second with no outs.
I think we're going to score that an error on the pitcher. He reached down to get the ball, and he didn't look at the goose egg, and he lost it. And it fell out of his hand, and now we got runners at first and second. Now coming up, Tristan Esquivel, the third hole hitter.
To the plate, shortstop number 4, Tristan Esquivel.
Tristan is 0 for 1 today with a base on balls and a ground ball to third. We need another ground ball here for a double play. Nobody out, 2 runners on.
And we're going to have time called by the Eagles. It's like the pitching coach, Coach Villa, is going out to talk to his pitcher. And more so his defense, to set up the defense with runners on first and second and nobody out. And a tied 2-2 ball game in the 5th inning. So every run's critical here.
Tristan Esquivel is up to bat. He's their third hitter. Jacob Velasquez on deck hit a triple early in the game to score a couple of runs. So who knows? There might be another bunt coming up here.
The girl? Got the girl?
Mavericks are leading 4-2 against the Edison Bears at the SAISD complex, 3 outs away from closing it out. Go Mavericks.
The hardest 3 outs you'll ever get.
That's right, sir.
Closing out a game.
Closing out the game. Speaking of closing out, the Eagles got to close out this inning with no damage. They're in a pickle here with 2 men on. Top of the 5th, score is 2-2. The Eagles came back in the bottom of the inning to tie the game. But now the Buffaloes got 2 men on, nobody out with the number 3 hitter, Tristan Esquivel. He is 0 for 1 today with a base on ball.
So here's a first pitch after the meeting from Garcia. Checks his runner at second. goes back, chases the runner back, and the Buffaloes better beware. Any ball hit in Mikey Kipirosa's direction in center field there, he's got an arm. We've seen him gun down a lot of runners coming home from second.
The wind is still blowing in from center. And our outfielders are pretty shallow, except for the left fielder. He's pretty deep. But the wind is blowing in. Batter calls time. And Bob, we got some good drama here. This is what we've been waiting for all night. At the same time, we need to get out of this inning with no more damage. Keep it 2-2.
Batter calls time. Now he's ready. Here's the pitch. Again, there's no outs. Runners on first and second. Top of the fifth. Squares the bunt. Pulls it away. It's called strike.
God! Oh, nice play. The second baseman came behind him. The catcher threw the first. Almost had him out there.
That was a tricky play there.
That was a good play. I told you the Eagles had something going on defense. Okay, it's Coach Mendoza. He's like Bobby was saying. He's unorthodox. He'll pull out all the stops. I almost had the guy at first. We used to run that play all the time. Third baseman calling the signals for the Eagles, Alex Rees. 0-1 to count.
Infield corners in on the grass. The middle at double play depth. 0-1. Coach Mendoza yelling out some instructions. There's a pick off to second. Close, but no cigar. Back in time.
Another pickoff move attempt at second base. Coach is putting out all these signals out there, trying to see if we can pick somebody off. But at the same time, though, we don't want to throw the ball away and give him another base.
And if he doesn't get the pickoff, he just wants to keep them close to the bag so they don't get those humongous leads.
Yes, sir. Reese calling out the signals again at third. Here we go.
Achilles looks in, gets his sign from Damazi. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's 0-1 now.
Good pitch there by the pitcher, Achilles.
Reese was crashing from third, and Aranda was running to third.
They got the wheel play on.
They had the wheel play on.
Calling out the signals again. Now the third base is backing up. Everybody's backing up here. Looks like the bunt is off.
0-2 count.
You never know, though. Second baseman going back to his spot. Ahead on that curveball.
Yeah, he was a little bit anxious there.
We'll take that long strike there. Oh, 2 now. Nobody out. 2 runners on. A good time for a good waste pitch here.
Yeah, with something off speed outside or low in the dirt. Here's the pitch.
Oh, very nice. Inside corner, Bob.
Backward K. Big out. First out of the inning. Runner stays at first and second. And here's that man.
Here comes Mr. Jordan Belowski. An RBI.
Would you walk him?
And he's also got a strikeout.
Would you walk him?
No, we can't walk this guy here. We got to go right at him. Stay away from him, but go right at him. Lefty, lefty, baby. Jordan Belowski, number 4, the pitcher for the Buffaloes. Here we go. We need a ground ball to the shortstop for the double play.
Or a strikeout. But strikeouts are something extra. Just wanting to put the ball somewhere on the ground and play. And there it is. And they throw the ball away.
The ball gets thrown away, and the pitcher, the runner scores from third. They're trying to get the double play. We did get the out at second. And Belowski ends up at second base. So the tying run came in there. It was a ground ball to second. They forced out at second.
And Coach Mendoza is yelling at his defense, asking them what they were doing. He was already safe at first, so there was no need for the throw.
There was no need for that throw, Bob, like you said, and the ball got away and the run scores.
And now it's a 3-2 ball game. Runner still in scoring position. You could have had a runner at first and third, but with 2 outs. Now you have a runner at second. And the Eagles still have plenty of ball game left. But that was a play that shouldn't have been made, but you can't fault the young man for trying to make a play.
Hey, we're trying to turn that double play. We had just called it. Now hitting Manny Rivas, the 5th hitter.
In there for a strike. 0-1 to count. And like I said, people can criticize all they want, but we got to remember there's still kids out there playing.
It's a tough play, but we still got a lot of ball game left.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Manny Rivas DHing for the Buffaloes today. He's got a base hit early.
And I'm sure no one feels worse about that throw than Aranda himself. But he needs to shake it off because he's probably the heart of this team. So he needs to shake it off, and he'll be okay.
He'd shake it off because they'll hit it right back to you.
Yes, sir. 0-2 the count. Nice block by Demazi.
Nice block by the catcher. That reminds me of my brother Mark and the guy that's behind me, Cesar Flores. Those 2 great catchers out there blocking balls.
But he can't even move right now.
Well,
His back hurts.
mine does too, but we're okay.
1-2 the
But
count.
those were our 2 catchers, man, Mark and Cesar. They both played together too.
Here's the 1-2 count. Little chopper back to the mound. Achilles
Sure.
fields it. Goes on to first in time, and that's a 3rd out.
Okay, we got a 3-2 now. Buffaloes had 1 hit, 1 run, 1 error for the Eagles, and now the score is 3-2 going into the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
In the top of the 5th, the Buffaloes will pick up 1 run on no hits. There were 3 errors and 1 left on. Due up for the Eagles will be Ethan Rodriguez. He'll be followed by DJ Ananda and Adrian Rodriguez. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. We've had a lightning strike. We are going to wait 30 minutes before we resume. 30 minutes.
Everybody off. Let's go. Everybody off.
Once again, we're going to ask everybody to exit the bleachers. That is for your safety.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got another lightning delay. Unfortunately, the teams have cleared the field. Looks like we're going to have another 30-minute delay.
You will be reporting to your cars. Nobody inside the gates. Once again, to
It is 8:49 right now. We're in the bottom of the 5th. The Eagles are down 3-2. They were coming up to bat. Unfortunately, if the weather gets bad and the Eagles get these 3 out, that they don't score that run in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be an official game. So we got to get them back on the field. That run was critical there.
And from
Mavericks in San Antonio are 1 out away from closing out game 1. Score is, Coach? 4-2. And Lady Eagles. The Lady Eagles are up 13-2 in the 7th inning, last inning. They're trying to close out game 1 of their series in Jordanton. The umpires are going over the Eagles. It's like the Eagles don't want to leave the field. Like, why'd you stop the game? Coach Mendoza's still talking to the umpires, saying, we're looking here. We don't see any lightning, but again, lightning can travel 10 miles.
Yeah.
So, again, we got a 30-minute delay, and we'll see y'all in a bit. Please come back. Oh, are we still on?